What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're pretty much going to talk about self-forgiveness. Most people tell you to forgive yourself, but nobody's ready to share with you how you do the whole process. Like, I have noticed through my life that I've blamed myself a lot because I've existed with people who preferred putting the blame on me because mostly there was nobody to defend me, so it was easy a finger to be pointed at me, and it was easy for me to learn that is my way of existence, to believe that that is who I am, because these people are mostly older than I am, parental figures, and when they tell you you're a bad person, that is what you're believing, and that is what is becoming your religion, and that is how you're shaping yourself, because children listen to what they're being told by the society, and the subconscious just merges up with what is told to them, or what they are expected, what is expected from them. So growing up, I knew that I'm actually a naughty person, that I'm a bad person, I'm nastiest, but it took receiving love from strangers to realize that I am a human being, and I do not have to carry everybody's blame. I do not have to fit their corners or their positions of blame to be with them. And upon realizing this, I badly wanted to relieve myself from the names and the things I've been called. I really wanted to feel like a good person, and I wondered how I was supposed to be feeling this, because they say you have to feel positive. You have to be feeling in a certain vibration for you to attract what is good. In life, I came to a place where there was so much pain, and every little thing that somebody did to me just served to expand the past pain that was inside me. And I badly wanted to get rid of this. I wanted to just be this happy person, and to believe in myself, and to also be that other cousin who is never at fault, that other cousin who is admired and everything. And I wanted, what is wrong with me? Why wouldn't I be so admirable and everything? And inside me, I believed that everything that was said about me was true, and I hated myself and blamed myself for not being like the rest of them, not being commendable like the rest of them, and this just served to reduce who I hoped or dreamt to be. So I came across a book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. This book, there's the chapter that speaks about the body pain. I realized what pain meant, why I was in pain, and why it kept on recurring in my situations. Like, I would have an argument with someone and I would not take it easy. I would super react, because I remember this action. I remember when somebody responded to me like this, and I wanted to so bad be defensive, so that I would emerge as the good person after an argument or anything. I started living my life wanting to prove that I'm a good person. I tried meditating. This is me trying to find my spiritual journey, trying to walk the path that elevates me, makes me a more positive person, a more recognized person, wanting to be seen as how everybody else was being seen apart from me. So what ended up happening here is I tried too much. At some point, I could sit on something that did not please me. Like, somebody will do something and I would shut up, because I want us to have a good rapport between us, and I want you to go out there and say that I was a good person, so that I can collect good enough to come back to my people, to my family, and show them that, look, I've become a good person, and even people out here are speaking everything that is positive about me. You guys can believe in me once again. I remember once in high school, I totally became different, so different. Like, I stopped singing, I stopped art, because my auntie could tell me that art is making me fail. So I stopped doing art totally at school. I started being exactly what I was asked to do. Like, get up and clean the house, get up and take care of your cousins, do everything. And I followed that routine, and I realized that was not me. I was so injured. The pain body in me wanted so much to fight everybody, and I didn't want to fight. So I got into, it's like a spiritual fight, or it's an emotional fight, or where I am doing everything to impress everyone, but I'm also killing who I truly am. I am not fighting for myself. I'm not standing for what I believe in, and I could feel myself dying. And I wondered, what was I supposed to do next? So I visited this, it's like a youth development center. This is where I met strangers who actually showed me love for the first time, and I cried. I let a lot of things go for the first time. I hadn't realized that it was okay for me to be loved and accepted however I came. This was so new to me, and I felt like everybody deserved this. I started looking at myself like someone who deserved to be loved, someone who deserved to be patted on the back whenever they did something good, and I was so thankful for that. And I wanted to know more about what I have been missing. This is when I actually saw my pain body and separated it from myself. I usually, before that, I could just think that was me, that was my life, that pain was part of me. But when I went to this youth center, I experienced something different, and I realized it's okay to be you, and it's okay to be loved as you come. Having people who actually care motivates you to want to be more of what you can be, the best of what you can be. I was interested and I was inspired to be the best version of myself, because it felt so comfortable to just be me and exist among people who could tell me the truth of how being myself hurt them, or how being myself improved them. And for the first time, I saw this. There was something good inside me. I wasn't entirely as bad as I was meant to believe by the people who were in my childhood. And I so bad wanted to blame the figures in my childhood, but I realized that I was so lucky to have come to this space where I can see how injured or wounded the society is, and how it inflicts to the children, and how children grow up believing that these wounds are them. And this is what brought me to the importance of learning how to generally forgive everything, including myself. And that was the best place to start. So I started with Ho'oponopo. I came across this Ho'oponopono. It's like a song that is Hawaiian, and you just chant very beautiful words to yourself, to the people in your life, and it takes you to a sense where you realize that everybody deserves love and a hug to heal, including those people whom I used to think that were a cause of my pain, including myself, because I had grown to hate a lot about myself. And this was the beginning of my liberation, my freedom, because there's some people who are still wounded could come to me and remind me, oh, you're a bad person, even people did not want you. And I was strong enough this time to just stand up for myself and say, I am not taking that anymore. because I had embraced myself. I had seen how good I can be. I embraced the art of self-forgiveness. And this included looking at the world, the state of the world at large. I had to see and separate myself from what was happening to the world, because I realized I was not what was happening to the world, and I had spent a lot of time defining myself by what is happening to the world, what I was being told I am, and people's actions. I depended so much on that to define who I was. So I separated myself from all that, and I looked at myself as this human being that I was, and I looked at the world as the good place that it is, as the bad or whatever I want to call that as it is. And without judgment, I accepted that there's good and there's bad, and there's also me, and I choose who I am, looking at the state of the world and deciding that is the world and this is me, and I have a role to play. I do not have to flow with what I have been told. I do not have to identify with what is around. I just have to take that power and choose, this is who I want to become. And even when I failed, realizing my role in the world helped so much to get back up from failing and deciding this is the path that I'm taking. Another thing that helped me a lot is that choice, choosing I'm going to choose to be kind. I'm going to be choosing that from today. I'm going to be forgiving. I'm going to be understanding. I am going to care. And that really helped me to see that it depends a lot with the present moment and what I am choosing to do with it. Another thing that really helped me so much to embrace self-forgiveness is self-appreciation. I could take one thing about me that I was so certain that no matter how wicked I thought of myself or how less I thought of myself, some things I've always known about myself, I would never ignore someone in pain. Empathy is part of me. Another thing is I would never hurt an animal. So I felt like that said a lot about me, and I had to stick to that. No matter if people came to me and told me, you do not have kind of a nice heart, you do not tolerate everybody, you don't want to mingle with everybody. I had to understand it does not mean that I'm a bad person. It just meant that I have boundaries, or even if it's not boundaries, that is just not me. And this is me, and it does not change the fact that I'm very kind. It does not change the fact that when I meet someone in trouble, I must put some energy towards helping them find a solution. Another thing is these things like seeing how good I was with children, how good I was with animals. I decided to choose that that is who I am. I am choosing these good things that I appreciate about myself, and I'm deciding that is who I am. And from now on, I'm going to take more care with children, I'm going to take more care with animals, I'm going to help more. And slowly, I found myself wanting to be part of the generation that makes human kinder towards each other, or brings relief on dark days to someone's heart. And no matter what my past or people from my past came to tell me or tried to convince me that I was, there was no turning back from what I had gained. The forgiveness I had given myself, the forgiveness I had given them. But that did not mean that forgiving meant that I did not have boundaries. I still have my boundaries. As much as I love someone, I understand that I am the one who speaks life to my life. I don't know if that makes sense. I do not know if that makes sense, but it should. You are the one that speaks life into your life. And as much as the world is crooked and wicked, you might be tempted to believe some things about yourself. You might be tempted to believe that failure is who you are. You might be tempted to believe that pain is who you are. But at the end, if you look inside, there's something good about yourself. Go to that something and hold on to it with all of your life. Because that is what will remind you to be proud of yourself. That is what will remind you the essence of who you are. And the winds that shake your belief will kind of find you holding on to something no matter how hard it blows. Do not forget how good you can be, so that the world does not confuse you with how bad you can be. Because that is something that you need to let go. Those are ideologies that you need to let go, so that you can focus in the beautiful human being that you can be, in the beautiful human being that you are supposed to be, so that others can rise up through you. Thank you for watching my channel. I'm so thankful for you, for your presence. If you got anything, if anything at all, that is all I want. It's my desire that you have some better beliefs about yourself. Hit like, please subscribe, and let's keep on sharing the love, let's keep on sharing the hope that will make another human being believe, that will make another human being choose to be better. See you later.